morning. Welcome to another episode of the marathon. Life's not a sprint, it's a marathon. Today's Saturday, and I haven't vlogged in a while, over a week. So today I'm gonna vlog. Just pick up the camera and see where it takes us today. It's just before 8, and Saturday mornings I do a Facebook Live in the Marathoner Facebook group. I'm just gonna make myself a coffee and make myself a smoothie this morning so that I can enjoy those while chat to some marathoners. Last night was annoying because I did a Facebook Live and the app kicked me out and there's no way to like go back. But what's weird is that the Facebook Live keeps going and my face is just frozen. So I'm gonna restart my phone and I'm gonna see if there's a new update on the Facebook app. But, hi. I appreciate, this is a weird angle, hold on. Let's put you up here. This is where you belong, up top. I appreciate your understanding that I didn't post videos last Tuesday, Thursday. I just could not bring myself to pick up the camera. It was a rough week, and I am getting better at recognizing when it is not a good time to vlog. Vlogmas really taught me that when I was so sick, like walking pneumonia for a month, and I still powered through and did Vlogmas, and so many of you were telling me to stop. So that's why there's no video Tuesday, Thursday. And then I also just told myself, I have like, I don't know, 1,200 videos, 1,500 videos, so many on my channel. So if I miss an upload, there's lots of content for you to still enjoy. And thank you for recognizing that, and also recognizing that we're all going through a really weird time right now, you know? Speaking of that, I thought that's what I would show you today. I thought today I would be much more mindful to break down how I structure our days in isolation. Yesterday marked 5 weeks of us being home, and there are a few things that I think have really been helping my mental health, Thomas's, and just making it so that the days don't feel like they just drag into oblivion. That's been something that surprised me, is that I haven't felt like the days are dragging ever. And normally I would, especially if he was home. And so this is what I've already done. We've woken up. He had a bath, I had a shower, Thomas has had breakfast, I've journaled, and I've been listening to a podcast. I really try to give myself a good 2 hours before I check any social media or do any client work to feel like I have my morning to myself. So I'll journal, I'll meditate, which I already did this morning. Sometimes I'll read, sometimes I'll just watch something on YouTube, or I'll listen to a podcast. It doesn't have to be anything intense, but it's just things that make me feel like I ease into my day. And I've been having breakfast later, and that has been good, I find. I have a glass of lemon water, then I've been having an Energy, you know, those little packets of vitamin C, just because of what's going on in the world right now, trying to make sure my vitamin C is up. And because fresh produce is limited, I give all the oranges to Thomas. So I've done that. Now I'm gonna make myself a cup of coffee. That's what I usually do. Lemon, Energy, then coffee. So I've already had 2 big glasses of water before I have my coffee, and I'm gonna make a smoothie. And then I would normally go upstairs and start getting to work, but since it's Saturday, I'll be doing a Facebook Live with the with the Marathoner Facebook group and get to making this smoothie. I'm gonna try a new smoothie this morning from the Oh She Goes Cookbook. It's called the Classic Green Monster. Let's get to work, shall we? Okay. Like Inception-y. There we go. Just doing a little Facebook Live this morning. Oh, hi Brooke, hi April, hi Isabel. While Thomas is over there hiding underneath that blanket. Facebook Live is great. So now what we do is we do a little bit of work. Yes, Thomas is working on his writing. We use the app Letter School, just in case you're interested. And here we go. Now they can see you. And so we do a little bit of work, and then we'll go for a car ride. I'll talk about it in a bit, obviously, because I'm helping Thomas, but this is the next portion of our day. Whoa! Good job on those E's. Boom! Yeah. Yeah. Good talking. Let's try this one. You can do it, yeah? Yes. This way. No. You can do it this way. Yes. 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 Good job. Okay, now we're gonna do F. Mama. Say mama. Mama. You say mama. Mama. What I find helpful is chunking my days into bits. So from the time we wake up until morning snack. So 6 to 10, that's a chunk. That was weird. Then 10 till noon, that's a chunk. Noon till afternoon snack. So noon to 3. And then 3 till dinner, and then dinner till bedtime. And I find that to be much more manageable for the two of us. And even if you don't have kids or you aren't working, I hope that today's video can be helpful just to show you a structure. So this is our structure and what's working for us. But I would encourage you to play around and find your own. So now that we've done some work, we're gonna go for a car ride. We literally drive 20 minutes, turn around and drive home. We don't get out, that's it. But it's very imperative to Thomas's mental health and his happiness and byproduct, mine, that we do this. And then we come home and then it's time for our mid-morning snack and we're already through the first chunk, which is really helpful. So now he gets a little break and he gets his mid-morning snack. I started to get very precise with when he eats earlier this year when I started working with a sleep team, because they said that like making sure he's having breakfast, then waiting, then snack, then waiting, then lunch, etc. would help with digestion and then hopefully help with sleep, because before it was just kind of like a smorgasbord, if I'm being honest. Like he grazed. He's definitely, if I let him, he would just eat all day. So now he has a snack and a bit of a break and I do some work. And then once I feel like I've done enough work to stand down, or I feel like he's had a long enough break, then he does some work. I've been finding some things that he'll do while I work. So sometimes we'll sit together at the dining table and I'll work on my laptop and he'll like do a puzzle or some writing, but there's not a lot that he does independently, which makes working from home, you know, we just gotta balance it out. So I'll let him have this snack and I'll work, and then I may put on a show and then get him to ride the bike. That's probably what I'll do, and then that extends my work time. But he's riding the bike, which is good. And then we kind of do that back and forth until lunch, and then I stop for lunch and I allow myself to like watch a YouTube video while I eat my lunch, or I've been still working my way through Will and Grace so that it feels like a break. And then we get back to it. He does some work, I do some work, he does some work, and then before his mid-afternoon snack, we go for a walk. So that's kind of how I chunk it out. It's not like he has, and then I'll show you this actual. Well, maybe I won't show you, but he has a list of things from his autism therapist that he needs to do in a day. And then I've added some stuff from his school teachers as well. So it's not like, you know, he does this, then he does like writing, then he does reading, then he does math, then he does counting. Like, it's just, I have a list of what he needs to get done during the day. And then depending on how I'm feeling and depending on his mood, we tick them off. But I try to tick every single thing off a day. And that has been instrumental so that I don't have to think like, okay, now what homework do you need to do? I can just look and be like, okay, we haven't done language on your iPad yet, or we haven't done matching, or we haven't done reading, or whatever. That has been a game changer for sure. And Kelsey, his autism therapist, gave that to me. She started giving me the schedules the first week of spring break as soon as they announced that school will be closed. And that's been instrumental. So I'm gonna do a little bit of work. I don't work a ton on the weekend, but I do some client work. Pardon me. Let him have a break and then get him on the bike, and I'll show you him when he's on the bike. There he goes. And then he's watching Elmo. It's awesome. I'm so happy. You can also see that I rearranged the living room. I've lived in this house for almost 12 years and I've never had the living room organized this way, and this couch and this chair are from the day we moved in. So I'm feeling very good about it. The TV swivels, which is really nice. So like if you're sitting in that chair, you can see it, or here, or like he can see it. I can see it if I'm cooking. But yeah, I really wanted the windows more open. I love that chair being there. Flowers from a unicorn. And yeah, I'm really happy with how it turned out. Feels bright and open. I've never had the couch there before, and being able to face the window is really special. So feeling very good. I was tempted to get rid of the coffee table, but it has 3 baskets of Thomas's like toys and stuff in it. So, but I'm really happy with it. Sorry for the Elmo in the background, but someone is getting his steps in right now, which is so cool. Just turned on the One World Together concert. I feel like this is gonna be like something I always remember watching. I'm such a sap. I don't know if I can watch this for 6 hours. Oh God, it's so good. I'm gonna make lunch in about 10 minutes. Just do a little bit more work. Usually after lunch, I've been allowing myself time to rest. So today, during rest time, I'm gonna be reading A New Earth, which is the current Mare Reads book club pick. We're reading 2 chapters a week, and then we're also listening to the podcasts that coincide with each chapter on Oprah's Super Soul podcast. She did one podcast episode per chapter. I can't talk today. With the author Eckhart Tolle. And that's been really helpful. It's like having a course in the book, which is fun. Anyone else having like a bit of a inkling to want to go back to school during this? I don't know why. I just have this like, am I supposed to go back to school and in just all my free time? That's when I would, you know, do school. Speaking of free time, I have one more project that I'm about to announce. I'm just working on it today. I have someone who's helping me on it, something that I'm just figuring out as I go along. Well, I have made something up for lunch, so I'll report back and let you know if it's any good. A very dear friend of mine dropped off these ciabatta buns, these vegan ciabatta buns, and I was like, I have to use them. So I did. This one is spinach and garlic, and these are like small navy beans, Daya cheese, and green onion. Then this one was mustard, tomato, the same beans, cheese, and onions. So that was like an open face kind of melt, and then I put it under the broiler. Back watching Elmo. And I'm gonna sit here and dig into chapter 3 of A New Earth. Here he is. We're about to go on our afternoon walk. which is just basically maybe a half an hour up and down our street to get outside, get some fresh air, get some steps in, and then we'll come back. It's about 2:30 now. So we rested / worked. Thomas did 2 more rounds on the bike, which he's loving. Mama. We're back from our walk, and I am now in my workout gear, and I put on this shirt, which reminded me of another time that our country came together. It says, "We got your back, Fort Mac." And it's just after 3, so now I will give Thomas his afternoon snack, and then he'll go downstairs and watch Elmo on the big screen downstairs, and I will work out. I've been using the elliptical and the Sweat app, as well as doing yoga with Adrian. The Sweat app is what I'm gonna do today. It is like full-on tomato face when I'm done. It is such a good sweaty workout. I'm loving it. You don't think about it, you just do. So he's been a bit of a monkey with his iPad just in the like 5 minutes that we got home. So actually before I work out, he's gonna do some work. Here comes mean mommy. Come here, please. My workout was excellent. And then I did some work. Thomas just like rested and hung out. Now I'm making him dinner. Over here, he's having some Annie's mac and cheese and an orange. I'm so hungry. Do you ever get this way where you're just like starving and you don't know what to make, and choices are limited because we're in a pandemic? I haven't eaten out in 6 weeks, but who's counting? I'm like reaching that wall. I think I'm just gonna make pasta because I don't know what else to make and I'm so hungry. I'm just like standing in front of the fridge in the pantry staring like, I don't know what there is. I'll think of something, but I just want you to know I don't always know what I'm making. I'm also very sweaty, but it was a great workout. And we've reached hangry, so we'll see what happens. We're going with pasta because it's quick and I'm hungry and I don't know what else to make. This is a tip. I throw in the broccoli or whatever veg right at the end. Oh, I should have added corn too. This has really taken so much, wow, lots of water has disintegrated. And I'm just gonna make up the sauce. Thought I'd have some garlic, some lemon, hemp for protein, parm, maybe peanuts, nutritional yeast, maybe some basil, and some olive oil. I don't know how this is gonna taste. Oh yeah, and then green onion. So I just wanted it to be lighter. I feel like this should be good. Just listening to Miss Beyonce. Yes, girl. And this is what the pasta ended up looking like. So I'll let you know if it's good. I decided no peanuts and I added peas in at the last minute. I was just about to settle in on the couch and watch some Will and Grace before I go to bed, so I thought I would end today's video. Dinner was so good, so good. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope it was helpful seeing how I kind of chunk the day into quarters basically. To me, that's really helpful. It makes it much less overwhelming just being in the present moment of what I need to do. Don't get me wrong, this is super hard, really tiring. There's so much, so many times during the day that I just wanna like nap, which isn't an option. That's why we have so much rest time, especially in the afternoon. And that's why I have set up Thomas's schoolwork on the dining table. I do have like a little children's IKEA table in the basement, but I wanted it to just be accessible. And as you saw, we just do like little 10-minute increments because that's sort of what he can handle, and that seems to be what works best. And then I've also been working in educational things during the day. Like, I find I have so much more time, so I have so much more patience to say, wait for him to put on his own seatbelt rather than just like being late for something and me doing it himself. So he's gaining all of these skills because now I have time to just be like, sure, we can wait, you know, and he's really latching on to stuff, which is very encouraging. So after dinner, we stop screen time and we play, and he gets in his pajamas and brushes his teeth. Sometimes we'll read. Just really like gear down the day. And he's been so tired that he's back to falling asleep. Like tonight he fell asleep by like 6:30. And then if I have the energy, I will tidy up the kitchen. I usually try to do that before he goes to bed, because or else I just tap out, which is what I'm doing now. Like my sink is full of dishes and usually I don't like to leave it like that, but future Mare is just gonna have to be okay with that tomorrow morning. I've got a dishwasher that's clean and needs to be emptied and a sink of dishes that needs to be done. That wouldn't take very long, but I'm just gonna lay on the couch. I might make some popcorn and just relax. So it is just before 8. Now I usually try to be asleep by 8:45, 9 o'clock to be honest, because I never know what Thomas's schedule in the night's gonna be, and I usually don't sleep past 4. So that's it for today. If I can be asleep by 9, then I feel like, and if we sleep till 4, then I feel like at least I'm getting 7 hours. But like this morning he was up at 2 and I don't know if he actually went back to sleep. So we're struggling, but we're doing all that we can, and I hope that this helped. I hope that you can see your own schedule in mine. Like I said, whether you have kids or you don't, whether you're working from home or you're laid off right now, or whether you're still working and your kids are home and you're just trying to figure everything out. It's still nice to try and do some nice things for yourself, like a little skincare. Tomorrow night I think I'm gonna do a hair mask. You know, reading, resting. I think the resting is so important. We've all been noticing that most of us are so tired. It's just mentally exhausting what's happening. Even if you aren't working, even if you don't have kids, or even if you do, like that's something I'm hearing over and over in the Facebook Lives in the marathoner group, which we do 4 times a week, is I'm so tired. Like it's just mentally tiring, you know? So speaking of the group, I just made a really exciting announcement in the group tonight, which I will probably make publicly tomorrow. So maybe by the time this video goes up, it'll be out. But if not, I'll talk about it in my video that comes out on Tuesday for sure. So excited, so excited. Okay, as you can tell, my voice is going. I'm tired. Oh, this is hard, you guys, and you're doing great. We're all just doing our best, and I'm happy to remind you of that, okay? This very serumed face is gonna go lay on that couch and watch this TV, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Remember, life's not a sprint, it's a marathon, and we are really in a marathon right now, and we will get through this. Let me know if you have any other tips and tricks for scheduling your day. I find having a schedule but keeping it fluid is what's working best for us. I think then also it doesn't feel like a broken record and it feels manageable. There are also days where I don't do any schoolwork with Thomas. Like tomorrow we probably won't do any because it's Sunday. Or a couple days ago I had a really emotional, sad day. We did no work. We did no walk. We went for 2 drives instead, and it was fine. So I don't think I've ever been this kind to myself in my entire life. So thanks for watching. Let me know how you're doing in the comments below. Feel free to join the Marathoner Facebook group, and I will see you in the next video.